Well, hello and welcome. You've got Darren Little here with the Success Vortex, where positivity meets. And guys, today I have a real special story. I've got with me Gladys Berthelot. Gladys is a corporate executive. And, you know, there's so many people out there that are really looking for a gateway out of that corporate world into a world of freedom. A world where they can control their own destiny, a world where they can really do whatever they want, whenever they want, and they can really step into their power, step into their greatness, and take their life to a whole new level. So Gladys, first of all, welcome to the call.
Thank you for having me. I'm so glad to be here today.
Fantastic. So Gladys, maybe, we've got, there's a lot of people that are excited about subconscious mind tapping and these personal breakthroughs that are happening. First, if you can maybe just tell people a little bit about your background, where you came from, what was going on in your life prior to going through subconscious mind tapping to get to your personal breakthrough.
Yes, so long story short, as you can hear, that English is my second language. So I came from France and I grew up on a French Caribbean island. And I live in Canada since a few years now. So this is my background and I work in the finance department. And what happened is I was laid off. I was laid off last year and I was looking for a new change in my life. And I had the occasion to be invited to one of my closest friends, the wedding in Mexico. So that was my first breakthrough because it was my first experience, nice experience, going to a nice resort. But I also had the time to think about my me time. And I was already looking for a change, a way to work on myself. So I've started to read some books. I've started to read the book called Secret of Millionaire Minds. And but I was still seeking for more knowledge about quantum physics and also how to work on my subconscious mind, because I can share something very personal with you is where I come from a middle-class family, and my parents got divorced after 15 years of marriage, and the consequences were pretty bad. I mean, it was an ugly divorce, and when I think that I always had a part of me was guilty. Was guilty. I don't know why, but I was feeling guilty because of my sister. She had some hormonal issues right after the divorce, and and I discovered that my guilt of, I don't know why I felt guilty of, one of the consequences of this divorce, and that was one of my first breakthroughs that I had when I decided to create the vision board. I mean, going through all the steps that I found through this subconscious mind training, and I followed all the steps. And yes, so I was already, as I said, looking for a way to have more breakthroughs, to work on myself, and just to clear a part of my past regarding my family issues, but also on a professional way. And I decided to quit the financial. I was working in financial reporting, financial management, and so basically I was working with really closely with some of the financial directors. So I had some responsibilities, working, and I have to respect some deadlines, the month end. So I wasn't able to take any vacations, at the month end because of the deadlines. So I decided to quit this environment. And right now I'm currently working the financial services area. It's less important than working the financial reporting, and financial management, but I was always, curious to discover the mortgage area. So yeah, when I completed my vision board, that was another breakthrough, right after, when I talked about the guilt that I had related to the divorce of my parents, but also I had some flashbacks, and I discovered some part of myself that I needed to discover new areas on a professional way, and also that I was open to start, a new venture, an online venture. And yes, and even when I talk about it, having the flashbacks, honestly, on the first few minutes, we say, "Oh, what's going on?" Like, I'm having flashbacks. I didn't really know how to handle them, and then I took a step back, and yeah, I had to go through all the steps and all the milestones, and for me to visualize, to visualize what I really want, it was like a shift of all my previous experiences that I had to go through. For example, I can just share what I have. One of the first picture that I've put on my vision board is a mountain. And the top of the mountain, I put some gloves. I had pink gloves, and it's the symbol for me of the mountain that I have to climb, that I have to hike. And then at the top of the mountain, that I will be able to see what I deserve, and to see my goals, and to see my vision and what I can achieve in my life.
So let me ask you this, Gladys. Before you took the training, then, so what you were saying is that you were looking to make some sort of shift in your life. Were you feeling that you were stuck? Were you feeling that that you just were not making the type of money that you wanted to make? Did you hate your boss or anything like that? What was going on in your life at that time?
Yeah, so at that time, I'm not proud to say that, but this is what happened. I remember when my alarm clock was at 5:30, exactly 5:30 a.m. and I couldn't get out of my bed. From 5:30 to 6:30, I was just, being there and thinking about how to get away from my bed. So I put the snooze on for 5 minutes, and then 5 minutes passed. Then I say, "Oh no, I still have to go." So I have to find a way to get the motivation so I can start my day. And then I had all my day already in my mind. I say, okay, I'm seeing me, going to the office, and because I hated my boss. I hated my boss. Why? Because, for example, when I had to deliver some financial reports, important reports in order for her to deliver the financial presentation, it's really important, right? And she just got there, at my office. No, good morning. No, how are you doing? Say, I don't want to work like that. It's not a peaceful environment. You feel the pressure of the deadlines, because we all have deadlines, but it was just too much. It was too much to handle.
So let me ask you this. So what you're saying is that you were in a job where you hated your boss, you weren't being treated well.
Yeah.
You were in a situation that was very uncomfortable, and you were looking for a way out. You were looking for a way that you could increase your, what did that have any effect, going through that, on your confidence or your self-esteem with what was going on in the rest of your life?
Yes, absolutely. Thinking about all the steps that I have completed, with the subconscious mind, I feel more confident, and I can say why exactly, because I know exactly where I was, and I can give a simple example. Even the fact to be on this live panel, on a live call and being broadcasted, on the internet, I wasn't able to do it 2 or 3 months ago, right before the subconscious mind training, because I was always, my brain was spinning and always asking what people can think about me. I was more worried about that instead of seeing how could I serve them, because my personal story, my personal experiences can inspire others. So this, yeah, and it gave me more motivation. And I know that at the beginning I wasn't feeling comfortable at all, because it's not even my first language, and I was always thinking about how could I say the right thing at the right moment. I just wanted to control everything. And one of my breakthroughs is I just have to take action, but I'm not able to control my full environment. I can mention a personal stories. Um, one of my closest friends, she she got a brain trauma 2 months ago, and I realized that nothing is really certain, and we think that we have time, but we really don't. So this is an additional motivation for me to take action now, and to complete. Yeah, so that really give me motivation to complete the steps and to take action and to really achieve all the goals that I want in my life. And I had all these, I would say, all the breakthroughs. It was thanks to the vision board that I completed, and also the proclamations and the daily. I set up intentions and the daily proclamations.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, oh, sorry.
Well, you know what? Here's the interesting thing, and this will help, I think, so many people, because people go through what I call peaks and valleys in their life. And as I'm talking about this, I get goosebumps. Look, this is my arm. My hair's standing up right here on end on my arm, because that's a lot of what people don't understand about how they're actually creating their reality. And when a person gets into a valley, right, a valley, they can actually get themselves stuck further and further and further and further, almost like they're going down into quicksand. Did you feel that that was happening for you prior to taking the subconscious mind tapping training?
Yeah, exactly. Yes, I really had, I felt it. Yeah, I felt this experience. I had a feeling that I knew that I had to take action, that something better was there waiting for me, but I just didn't know to, how to achieve it, how to go and to get it. And yeah, I just didn't see the steps to reach the point that, I mean, to really reach my vision. And yeah, the training helped me a lot to go through. And even the fact to have all the flashbacks, it was a way for me to clear my past and to clear everything that was holding me back. Yeah, so I can go forward.
So let me ask you this, Gladys. You know, when you first heard about subconscious mind tapping, what was it that interested you the most, that made you want to go through it, that made you say, you know what, I'm taking action right now and I'm doing this?
To be honest, I'm curious. So I say, oh, what is it for? The subconscious mind tapping. I just wanted to say how, how to tap my subconscious mind. I mean, how is it working? Because I haven't read a lot of books about personal development. I've read few books, and I mean, I'm not really specified, and I wasn't really into personal development before. I just read one book, but I was curious about the subject and also about the method. I just wanted to see how practical was that, because I wanted to have easy exercises that I could practice right away, instead of having all the methods and theories. I wanted to have, yeah, so I would say that the practicality attracted me first, and also the curiosity. Yeah.
Okay. So when you started going through the training and you started hearing about some of these concepts like quantum physics and the human condition and the subconscious mind, what were some of the things that started to go through your mind?
um I would say the transfer of energy. Yeah, that was one of my first thoughts about quantum physics, and yeah, just I was just curious to know exactly how to shift, from everything that I don't want, because after the training, I realized that I was focused on everything that I didn't want. And because of my mind being focused on everything that I didn't want, that my entire environment was toxic, and that my entire environment didn't help me to achieve everything that I wanted to achieve. And the moment that I understand the importance of, you know, even the energy portal, and to understand how it works and how to focus my mind on the positivity, I started to have manifestations. For example, since I have completed the subconscious mind tapping, I've been able to see twice a day my dream car. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is really cool because I want to share this with people that, a lot of people don't really understand about the power of their mind, and they don't really understand how their subconscious mind is really what's steering the ship. But here's the interesting thing, because as we're thinking about things throughout the day of what we don't want, right? We're actually attracting more of what we don't want. We're actually attracting toxic relationships. We're actually attracting friction, frustration, all of those doorways being shut, closed, of those infinite possibilities. So let me ask you this, Gladys. You started to go through and learn some of these concepts. Did you find that the vibration in your body started to shift? Did your mind start to open up? Did your vision become clear? Did you feel energized all of a sudden to start to move into action and start taking steps to move forward to your personal breakthrough?
Yes, definitely. So what I do on a daily basis, I really watch my vision board as a reminder of everything that I want. And I also do the daily proclamations. So it gives me, I feel the energy because I can see it on the vision board, and also because I've written my intentions. So this is a simple exercise, but I can see the consequences every day, and the change exactly on, even on a personal level. I talked about my sister earlier, but now because I understand how my behavior was, and I took a step back, and I feel much closer to her right now. So I don't have the guilt anymore, and I'm closer to my family. And about I can talk about the professional side. I I always wanted to be more creative, and I had so many good opportunities coming up right after completing, this training. And for example, I was always, curious about the wedding industry, and I have had so many good connections, with some wedding consultant, and I'm about to finish my wedding certificate in a few days.
Wow,
So
congratulations.
yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. So that's a real discovery on a part of me. I didn't know that I I had these skills, because being a financial professional, there's no place to being creative. It's different, but I think that my mind is more open to any opportunities.
So basically what you're saying to me is that prior to going through subconscious mind tapping, you were almost trapped in this reality that didn't even support your preferred state. It didn't even support your true passions and really being able to live a life of fulfillment. You were almost like, stuck, sinking in quicksand in this toxic environment that was just terrible, that so many of people go through, right? And they stay in that environment, which is so bizarre, right? They stay in that environment because of fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of success, fear of failure. Did you find that that was happening for you too before going through this training, that you were almost trapped in your own fear?
Yes, exactly. The fear of the unknown. And because you don't, I mean, I didn't even know that I will be able to do what I do now. And because I didn't get the opportunity to discover that I was able to do it. So yeah, so this is, yeah, I think, and the fear of success, and I can say that I have a part of some of my friends, I can say friends, but now I realize that we were not so, so close, because of I can see the, the change in their behavior. And I think I had the fear of being successful because I was scared of losing some of my friends, because I knew a part, I mean, unconsciously, I knew that a part of me discovered that they won't maybe be there when I will, when I will really be more successful that they can be. So it just changes some relationships, but if, I mean, if it's necessary, then I really think that the environment is really, it's important, because I think that I didn't realize it before, that my environment had a huge influence on my behavior, on everything, on my life.
And here, for the people that are watching this, what Gladys is actually talking about is that when you are in an environment where the people that you're around, they almost have a suppressing energy that is holding you down. Okay, now because of the how that affects our confidence, how that affects our self-esteem, combined with the fear of the unknown, fear of success, fear of failure, fear of leaving some of our peers behind, what happens is that we actually stay stuck. So there's almost this fear of change, because we don't want to, have pain. We don't want to, have these people not approve of us or not like us. So we stay stuck in that same energy, and we never can advance in life. Now, here's the interesting thing. Gladys, did you find that once you started to open up this gateway, and once you really tapped in to your confidence, to your self-esteem, to where you started to clean up some of these things in your timeline, did you find that all of a sudden your energy went higher, that you started bringing more positive people into your world, that your creativity all of a sudden lit up like a light bulb all of a sudden, where you just felt lighter and freer all of a sudden, where your whole world started to transform? Did you find that happen for you?
Yes, exactly. So I was talking about, getting, because I was connected with some professionals related to the wedding industry, but not only some professionals related in the wedding industry, because last week I had an interview, and I connected with someone on Twitter, and long story short, I was invited to a French radio to talk about my immigrant's life in Canada. I mean, that was huge for me, because that was the first time, I mean, being, invited to a radio, and just to talk about me. And then I also had, I think I had the impression that I was able to inspire from my experience related to immigrants' life, but it's just an example, right? It's just that I had the feeling that now I can inspire others, and that's, I mean, this is priceless. And it's, I don't even know, I mean, I'm speechless regarding that. This is a huge satisfaction that I have, knowing that when I share my story, that I'm able to motivate or to inspire someone else.
So let me ask you this, because you really brought up something that's just phenomenal, Gladys, because I'm getting chills right now as you're telling me this story. So basically, before you went through subconscious mind tapping, you were almost afraid to speak out. You
Yeah.
were afraid that people were going to judge you. You were, you know, wanting to get the proper approval from people. And after you went through subconscious mind tapping, now you're pursuing your true creativity, a passion that you've had in the wedding industry. You're now doing your own radio interviews, motivating and inspiring others. And tell us the story, because I thought I saw this on social media about how you set an intention that you were going to be able to manifest a certain amount of money that would come into your life. And at first there was a blocker there, and then all of a sudden you reconfigured everything using the subconscious mind tapping strategies, and then ended up getting like $6,000 that just went poof out of nowhere. What tells this story?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know how to explain. It just happened. So yeah, but honestly, just to have the feeling that, you know, you can inspire someone else and you can help someone else, and this is, it's just amazing to have, you know, this satisfaction. And I can say that now I see everything. I can describe it as, you know, going inside a house of 2 or 3 different floors, and then from the ground floor you can see. I was able to see all my paints, and then from the ground floor I can go to the first floor. And on the first floor I start to see the shift, you know, and then on the second floor of the house I see celebrations and success, and I can see exactly who is there, you know, to celebrate my success. So I will compare, you know, just taking the house to my story and to my journey.
So tell us this story, because I know that you wanted to get some money to start a business. You wanted to, I think it was like around $6,000, and I think you first went to the bank, and then things weren't lining up, and they said, well, we don't think we can give you the money. And then you went through some different strategies, and all of a sudden you get a call and they go, Gladys, we have all your money. And it was actually more than what you had asked for. Wasn't that the case?
Yeah, exactly. So I went to the bank and I asked the bank, my personal banker, I say, hey, you know, I'm so passionate, and you know what? I finally find something that I want to, you know, get into. Is going to be an online venture. I need this. It's important. And because I'm an immigrant, so there are some, you know, some conditions that citizens don't have. I mean, that's okay, right? So she told me that she has to review my application, and then she will let me know. And I've waited for a few days, but I didn't know exactly what will be the outcome, you know, of my application. And she called me a week after, letting me know that you know, the application. So I can just give you an example. I mean, it was just for extension of the line of credit, and she told me that it wasn't necessary anymore to complete my application, because she found out that there was a specific offer, and that they had. It was the same day that she called me for another financial product. I mean, it wasn't even for my application that I I just completed all the conditions anyway. So basically, long story short, the application was useless because she received a special offer, and she gave me an extra 1,000. So I said, okay. I mean,
Oh my God.
so she gave me the money, and with the extra 1,000, I invested it, you know, in a huge co-op project, you know, and yeah, so I really had the feeling, say, oh my goodness, when I went home, say, okay, this is it. This is just, it was just meant to be. That's it.
Fantastic. So basically, you know, if you're watching this right now, guys, what you got to really understand is this. So many times, what we think about in the reality, right? We're actually thinking about what we don't want to have happen. So the fear of not wanting to take the risk actually makes us believe that it couldn't even be possible. The moment that Gladys opened up this gateway, now her creativity started to open up. Now her passion started to open up. Now she discovered what she really wanted. And even when there was a blocker there where she didn't think that she was going to be able to get enough money, she got more money than what she had originally asked for by over $1,000. So I think it was like 5,000 that she was asking for, and she got 6,000, right? So what I want to share with you is that once you can understand these principles, simple, easy principles that you can apply into your life on a daily basis, literally a gateway of infinite possibilities starts to open up into your life. So Gladys, let me ask you this, when you went to start applying this information, right? And you started to go into the subconscious mind tapping, what are the areas of your life that started to transform? Did you find that they transformed any of your relationships or health, emotional? Sounds like obviously your career, travel. What were some of the areas once you got this gateway opened? What started happening in your life?
Yeah, so talked a little bit about my little sister. So we are closer now, and so that's, yeah. I mean, it's a success. It's my personal success. It's really, because I always had the feeling that there was a wall between us, because of all everything that happened in the family, and yeah, we are much closer right now, and that's my personal success. I lost 15 pounds doing nothing because I love food, and I don't know, I'm losing weight. So, yeah.
So your relationship, just so that the viewers can understand, your relationship with your sister where you had a blocker all of a sudden opened up. You got the money for your business where there was a blocker there that automatically opened up. Your body started to go through metamorphosis almost, and the weight started melting off of your body. You got into a career that is your passion. You got interviewed on a radio station for when you were before scared of being able to even be judged by anybody, and now you're motivating and inspiring other people.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to be pretty happy about what's transformed in such a short period of time. Because this isn't, how fast are we talking about here?
I think it's 2 months. Yeah.
So in a 2-month period of time, you've had all of these areas, from your health, from your weight, to your relationships, to your creativity, your passion, and even now motivating and inspiring people through radio interviews.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
It feels good. I mean, it's amazing.
Fantastic. So let me ask you this, Gladys. I know that there's a lot of people out there that they read books, they go to personal development training seminars, and they go through different things to try to get to their breakthrough. How did this compare to some of the other things that you may have tried in the past?
I will say that this training it's easy to follow, and I mean the practicality is priceless, because there are so many theories and methods, but if you are not able to apply it, in your life, yeah, you need to take action, and if you don't do it, then you don't really see the results. So if the method is too complicated and it's not user friendly, sort of, then you can learn it, but if you don't apply the steps, you don't go through the whole process, you will never see the results. And it could be pricey to attend to so many seminars, to buy so many books, and maybe you can feel frustrated because you don't see the results. But yeah, so find practical methods and simple exercises. Yeah, so this is what I can say. Yeah.
So basically, what I'm hearing you say is that there's a lot of strategies to try to get to your personal breakthrough, but if they're so complicated and there's so many different things that you have to do, people never even take action to actually implement them, to even try them, so they're still stuck. So they go from one seminar to another seminar to another seminar to another seminar to another book to another training to another audio to another book to another seminar, and they still don't get to their breakthrough. But when you can make the strategies so simple, like that little tiny tweak in the radio station, what I shared it with my students is this, is that success is a radio broadcast frequency. And if you are slightly out of tune with that radio, the only thing that you're going to hear is static. It doesn't matter how far you turn up that volume, the only thing that you're going to get is static. Same way with the radio. Just a little tiny tweak. All it takes is that little 2-degree tweak, and bam, beautiful music starts playing for you, and all these different areas of your life literally start transforming right in front of your eyes. Now let me ask you this, Gladys. When you started off doing the subconscious mind tapping, and maybe you didn't even know what to expect, did you think that your body was just going to like drop 15 pounds like that, or that the blocker was going to be removed with your sister, or that the bank was going to give you $1,000 more than you even asked for, or that you were going to see yourself on a radio interview motivating and inspiring other people?
No, never. No. Oh no.
So, was it pretty shocking to see some of these, life-changing things happening just within a 2-month period of time, where you got to be thinking to yourself, what will happen if you just keep on applying this over 2 years? Can you imagine where I'll tell you, Gladys, I can see you up on stage motivating, inspiring other women, doing maybe even your own radio talk show or something like that, or being in a situation where your story of where you were at stuck actually creates a gateway for other people where you can actually make a fortune off of your personal breakthrough story. Is that something that you kind of think, yeah, Darren, that kind of makes sense?
Yeah. Yeah, why not? I'm ready for anything now.
Fantastic. So Gladys, let me ask you this. What type of a person would you recommend to go through subconscious mind tapping?
If you are looking for a change, but you don't know, you need a guideline. Everyone who is looking for a change, looking for some answers, or looking for some breakthroughs, simply.
So somebody that feels stuck where you were, that feels like they're sinking in quicksand, that hates their boss, that is in a toxic environment or a toxic relationship, somebody that wants to be able to get the money for a business opportunity or opening up a business, somebody that wants to be able to pursue their passion and their dream and really find their passion. Because that's what happened for you, isn't it? That
yes,
you
exactly.
didn't even know before what this passion was, and all of a sudden, bam, open this gateway, and now all of a sudden you're on this different path where you can truly see that you can actually live your dream. Am I right?
Yes, yes, definitively, yeah.
Fantastic. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. I'm excited about these personal breakthroughs, and here's what I would encourage you to do. If you're seeing this page right now, and there's a link on this page, I can tell you this. What you want to do right now is you want to click that link right there. You want to throw your hat over the wall. You want to get subconscious mind tapping, go through these very simple, easy strategies, that little tiny tweak that can completely, totally start changing every single aspect of your life. So you've got Darren Little here with the Success Vortex, where positivity meets, and I look forward to meeting you in person one day. And I look forward to seeing you at the top. Bye for now.
Bye.